So last week I showed you guys a cool little hinge mount from King. Well, this week I'm showing you its brother, or sister, or mother, father, cousin. It's relative. So what are you going to use this for? Well, you can see you have a fairly decent sized tab to work with, so you have plenty of room here, and you have one hole that you can use to mount into a wall or whatever surface. I mean, it'll hold a good amount of weight, but you're not going to put something massive using just this little mount. But this is great for things that you need to just put up quickly, like a shelf. We use these in my office to mount a shelf in a weird corner. We actually use the swivel hinge for that, but it's the same concept, because you can take a piece of 1-inch tube or a piece of 1/2-inch tube or bar and run that inside, or take the 1-inch tube and run it over, and you just have an instant bar. Now you can also use these to mount things onto prefab fencing, which honestly is probably why these things were made. Both these and the swivel mounts that we showed you in the last video, they come with self-tapping screws, and they are also black finish, so they match up with all of the hardware that you would get with all the prefab panels. So if you want to add something quickly to those panels, you're going to get these mounts to do so. And these were probably mostly designed, I would imagine, for mounting puppy panels and little extra decorative things on top of panels. Now, if you don't know what a puppy panel is, stay tuned, because we're going to do another video coming up next week on how to mount puppy panels. Basically what those are is just an extra panel you put onto prefab fencing to keep puppies, cats, animals, small children, squirrels, whatever, inside or outside of your fence. And so you're probably going to use these to mount those in most cases. That's what we are going to do, so stay tuned for that video. Also, another great way to use these, and we actually have a project coming up in about 2 weeks where we're gonna try this and see how it works. Where we're actually taking something like a really basic style railing that actually converted some old burglar bars into railing panels, and we are just going to use some 1-inch tubing as a top and a bottom rail, and we're actually going to use these to mount into a brick wall and just slide that tubing over on top of this, and we're going to do the same on the opposite side. So it's a quick fix for a situation where someone needs some quick security-ish type feel on some steps, but they don't want it to be a permanent thing. So we're going to be able to quickly and easily remove these whenever they're done with that situation. So that's going to be interesting. That's a cool way you could also look at using these kind of mounts. So I'm definitely going to start keeping a few of these things in my kit at all times. Both these straight mounts and the swivel mounts that we showed you last week. It's just a great thing to have. They're so cheap, and they come with some self-tapping screws. Not that that's a real big deal, but I mean, it comes with some hardware and a nice little bag. And when you have something like this that can be used in so many different instances so quickly and easily, and is galvanized and powder coated, I mean, it's a no-brainer to me to have these on you at all times. So I'm curious what you guys think. How do you think that you could use these mounts in different situations and projects that you have coming up? Are you going to keep these things in your bag? I'd love to hear so. Let us know in the comments below what you think. That's all I got. All right, guys. See you next week with some puppy panels.